Say ba. Say ma. You will not sit down. Say ma. Can you say mama? Mama. What are you doing? Mama. Ba ba ba. I heard that. Say dada. Say nay. Say hug. Say hug. You said hug earlier, girl. Say hug. You're like, if I'm doing school, I'm going away. A Tessie update was badly needed because she's just doing so much, and so I have so much to tell you. The number one thing is something that I have shared on Facebook, but it's such a huge thing, and it's something that I want to remember forever, so I am going to share this Tessie milestone here, and that is that our toddler, who has had up until this point about 20 words, and for anyone who's new here, she is 3 years and 3 years and 3 months about right now, around that age. Her birthday's in June, so it's September. She had never said a sentence. She said her first sentence this week while she was at school, and that sentence was, "I want cheese." And here she is, she's joining me. She is a girl after my own heart. Mommy loves cheese, Tessie loves cheese. Tessie is not supposed to have cheese. Tessie is only supposed to have baked dairy. According to gastroenterology, not mommy's rules, but mommy enforces the rules when the doctors tell her to, so there you go. Sorry, Tess. However, I love cheese too. So that was her first sentence, I want cheese. The next day, she went into school and she said, go play. So very rapidly, she is starting to put together words. She also has said, what happened? She says happened all the time for different things. She'll go, happened. But those are the phrases that she has come up with just in the last month, really in the last 2 weeks, I would say. So she is definitely starting to put words together. She also uses sad all the time. At first she used it only for actual real sad things, like she didn't want to carry her backpack, so she would say sad, or her sister wouldn't let her eat a grilled cheese sandwich off the floor. And so that also got us sad. But now she's actually using it to joke too. Like something will happen and she's not thrilled about it, but she's also kind of laughing about it. And she'll say that. She just said, you okay? What happened? Tessie, you okay? That was a real sad? I was telling them about you, how you say it. How smart you are, because you're a smart girl. Do you want to tell them how you say sad? She also says, okay, we don't climb on tables. That's exactly, is this what we're doing? Okay. You want to be here, but you don't want me to touch you. I see. We're in this sort of mood. She can also say ashes, and has apparently scripted ashes, we all fall down, which is also big, but which we're not counting as like her first sentence, because it's more she was just singing the song. I haven't heard that. I've heard ashes a lot. I haven't heard the whole entire thing together. I've heard her kind of sing the tune, hum the tune of it though, which is awesome too. What else are you saying, kid? Today, I was with her at speech, and when they did the sound cards like nay, nay, pa, pa, ba, ba, she very quickly said all of the sounds. She generally has an easy time saying the first sound, but she doesn't usually always say the second sound. So that's one thing that we're working on. What else? She adores sunglasses. She likes stealing mine and wearing them upside down because the arc on the top side is a little bit smaller, so it fits her better. But those are hers that she has in her hand right now. Say hi. Can you say hi? Say hi. Not grabbing. Not grabbing.
Oh.
No grabbing. Oh, that's why you're sad. You're sad, sad, sad. Because you can't have the camera. Okay, here is another one of my favorite things from this week. They told me that, first there's what I observed on my own. She had a My Little Pony out, and she's always playing with, lining up, doing things with her My Little Ponies. But the other day I saw she had a My Little Pony, and then she had the Queen of Hearts, you know, from Alice in Wonderland, and she had the Queen of Hearts riding on one of her My Little Ponies. And I was like, that is amazing imaginative play, Tessie. And I was so happy. Then they told me that at school, her grown-up helper came in and was looking for her after he had lunch, and he couldn't find her. And then he looked over and realized she'd already gone to the desk to wait for him. And not only had she gone to the desk, but she had gotten out 2 dinosaurs. She had them at the desk. She was playing with them, and she had them like and like talking to each other and like kissing each other, laying down and going to sleep. They were eating. They were completely acting out, you know, dinosaur life. And so he was super excited to tell me that. I was super excited to hear it. She is doing amazing things. She's playing, she's amazing, all of us. It's just whatever way she's having fun, I'm just happy she's having fun. But as a kid who loved making up all sorts of different scenarios with toys when I was little, it's cool to see her having fun like that too. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. She has been blowing through expectations at school. They teach her something and she learns it super, super fast. For a long time that wasn't happening, and I think the biggest thing was she would just run away because she didn't want to sit down at school, and so it was hard to get her to learn anything. But now she sits down and she is learning. They said that the hardest part is keeping her challenged at school because she learns things so fast, which is a lot like her big sister. Maggie learns things really fast. I guess they had a new plan for her. It started this week, and it took her about 1 day to be able to do everything in her new program. So that's about like her big sister too. In other news, she now realizes that we have cats, and I'm not really sure the cats are thrilled about this. She and Kittyfish lived in this house for 3 years and 3 months in perfect harmony. Kittyfish would walk right next to her with no problem whatsoever. Kittyfish really enjoyed that. She was the only kid that he really didn't avoid at all, except for maybe Sadie, and even maybe a little bit less than Sadie, because Sadie can be loud, and Tessie wasn't loud. Tessie's quiet. She ignored him. It was like she couldn't see him. It was like cats were invisible. And so he would walk right next to her. And I remember I used to think, that's pretty bold, cat. Like, I wouldn't walk that close to a toddler, even a toddler who I'd walked by 100 times who hadn't touched me, if I were a cat. Just seems risky. So the other day, I pointed out one of the cats to her and said, kitten. I think it was Snowball. Anyways, she was really excited because at school, they do exercises that involve cats. And she also makes a Lego cat, and she can build a Lego cat out of Legos. It's like one of the things, it's one of her activities that she does with Legos. All of a sudden it like clicked in her head, this is an actual cat that's been walking by me for 3 years. And she was super, super interested, like instantly. All of a sudden I see her a few days later and she's walking behind Kittyfish like this. Like, uh-oh, Kittyfish. And Kittyfish is still like oblivious. Like, she's walking really slowly, not touching him, just with her arms outstretched. So then a couple days later, I see, and Kittyfish walks into the room, and I see her toddle up to him, and she starts standing next to him, and she's like lifting up one leg and balancing, trying to judge whether or not she can get her leg over his back to ride him. She doesn't do it. She decides against it. But still, I can tell like the honeymoon is over. And she actually tried to hold the kitten, which went well. And then as soon as she tries to do that, she turns around and goes straight for Kittyfish, who is like a huge cat. I mean, we got him when he was a year old. He's a total mouser. He's not the kind of cat that you hold. He's very sweet. I mean, he lets me pet him and everything, and he's very cuddly with me. But again, he's not super fond of the kids. It's not like he scratches them or anything. It's just he stays away from them. He's not like Snowball, who like loves to be held and cuddled by the kids. totally different sort of personalities. Tessie is obsessed with him. She doesn't show any interest really in Snowball beyond like she'll glance at him. She obviously thinks Kittyfish is like the greatest thing on earth, and she just toddles after him everywhere now. And you can see she's like thinking about touching him all the time, but she hasn't actually done it, which at least there's that. So that is the update on Tessie and Kittyfish's relationship. Last I heard at school, Tessie was putting together, I think, at least 24-piece puzzles. It might be up for that because every time I hear it's gone up more and more. She was not a fan of any of the puzzles that I've gotten her at home. I think because when she gets home, she's like, that's work. Mom, stop. Although if I try to do puzzles when she is in the house, she'll have to take them away from me and do them. So yeah. And that is the latest. That is the Tessie update. I'm sure there's more that I'm going to think of later, but those were the big things that I remembered that I wanted to share with you because I was really, really excited about that talking, about that play, about the fact that the other day Maggie took a cracker away from her and Tessie took it back because Tessie stands up for herself. Oh, and there was a little girl at church and they were going back and forth, handing toys back and forth, and it was amazing. And that is it for today. If you like this video, we'd love it if you'd give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to stay updated with everything that's going on with Tessie and with all things autism, we'd love it if you'd hit subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.